Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
I can hear you now. Okay.
Okay, now
All right, let's.
video. I think you
Can you
might
see me?
start. You might no. I think you might have to start the video. I think it's down at the bottom.
Got it. Well, using the app.
You say start, and there you go. Yep.
I did. Okay.
Pretty simple.
Now, how do I turn it around? Let's turn it around. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
There's my beautiful wife and family. Okay. There's my
in the
unit.
home, so I meet him.
You see the unit?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
There's a, and this, so this is the cover plate, right?
Yeah.
And it goes like, it goes up like this. Oops, got it backwards.
Back.
Goes up like this.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, like that. See that?
All right.
Okay, so this comes off.
So it's the actual evaporator cover is what it is. Okay.
Yeah. See, there's the evaporator.
Right. Okay.
There's the evaporator cover on the back side of it. See that little pinhole?
Yeah. No. Yeah. The rest you don't have to explain. What's
Okay.
the thing about the being riveted on there? They don't make them separate, so you have to actually buy the whole cover that's riveted on because they want it as tight as possible, so it transfers the heat. And it's not ever loose because they're worried about claims with fires because they've had problems. They're the only people. There's one other brand that said that issue as well. I think it's Frigidaire. Nobody else
Okay.
had the issue. So
Okay.
it'll come the whole.
Is there an alternative light like a LED that I could use that wouldn't be a problem?
Well, one of the things you have to be careful of is if you've ever replaced it, you can't exceed 40 watts. And like 60 will melt that, but it would have melted the receptacle for the bulb, not the.
Okay.
But well, it could overheat as well.
Is there like an LED low heat?
They do. There is some makers of the LED bulbs. They're not, SubZero doesn't even supply them. It's going to be an aftermarket. You can look online if you can find. Yeah, they're just not. They're making them in the new units that they engineer, but they don't have them on the available as replacements for the old incandescent bulbs. So okay. So I think I have this still brought up. 1 second here. Let me look.
I'm trying to figure out how to turn my picture around.
It's that.
Yeah. I can't figure out how to turn my.
It's like
what's that? Yeah, I'll play with it. You keep talking.
Okay.
There's got to be a way to do it, right?
Yeah, there is. It's a little circle.
I know. I don't see it.
Oh, it's on it's on your camera control.
Oh, there it is. I had to tap.
Okay.
Here I am. See me?
Let me go back to that window.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Yep. Nice to meet you too.
What do you think? What would you do?
Well, let me pull this up here. Okay, here's the cover here. So it's number 37.
Yeah, I saw that. It doesn't seem to show.
I know
the lead.
It doesn't. That's why I wanted to make sure that this is the right cover, but I figured that was it.
Worst case, I go without a light, right?
Pardon?
Worst case, I can just go without a light, right?
Yeah. But that's
pretty much my worst case, right?
Right. Okay, so light.
I mean, I'd like to fix it and all, but yeah.
Assembly, and it's per serial number, so let me check the part number here.
Yeah, this thing was burning for probably a minute before I managed to get the
did you smell
the fire extinguisher? No, my wife saw it. It arced.
Oh, so she was lucky to be opening the thing, but
right, it arced when we opened the
wow.
Sorry, I mean, you open the refrigerator and there's a load on the light, right?
Yeah.
And then so it arced then, and it it caught this cluster of, I mean, there's a giant cluster there, right?
Yeah,
There's a zip tie, there's several wires, it looks like a heat shrink on there.
yeah,
There's several things happening all at once.
yeah.
It got hot enough and all that insulation started burning.
See, and that's what's concerning to me. That's like an overload of the circuit. Like too much
Yeah.
current being drawn to
But
melt the wires.
it looks like it, but it looks like it to me, it arced right where it goes into the sensor.
Yeah, so it was a bad connection, maybe.
Yeah, because those two wires are right next to each other. And so, and it's been, you know, what, 20 years?
Right. Okay, let me look at this other part number here.
How much are these things new?
This one shows that there's none in quantity. There's two part numbers, and so
Yeah.
per serial, and this one is $200. This one, first one.
Yeah.
Let me check the second one here because it doesn't show quantity of any quantity at all from that first one. Neither, no quantity on the second one either. I see the spot welds in the receptacle. I'm seeing the back of it. Let me put this in. But usually I have a serial number. It prompts me with all the serial numbers. Wow. Yeah, that one's, they don't even have at all anymore. I just checked a second source.
It's interesting. Yeah, it is. Like you said, it's right up tight against the so it's getting a really good photo.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're good pictures for the panel itself. I just wasn't sure exactly what it was. And what's your serial number again?
The serial, I'm sorry, the what?
Serial number, it's in the hinge area there.
Hang on, let me.
I think you have it on your phone, maybe too, because you sent
it's on my other phone.
Oh, okay. How's the weather today?
Perfect. Let's see. Serial, are you ready?
Yeah.
P 1 6 0 5
Okay.
9 9 3.
So it's 1/6, but so it's just below 181. So that's what I need to know. So use prior to serial 181. And so the part number is 7019413. Another distributor doesn't show it either, which is a SubZero distributor in another region. They have 0.
They're just not making them. Yeah, they're not making them anymore, right?
I don't think
it's 20 years old.
Yeah,
it's 20 years old.
So
probably, yeah, good.
So what I would do is I would take and what wires are on there?
There's 3 wires. Your 2 power wires coming in and a third orange one, and the orange one goes back to, so the orange one goes into the sensor, and then it goes into the light, and then which comes back as yellow. So there's white and yellow.
So
yeah, go ahead.
I got to get this picture again. Let me pull up your.
Here, just let me flip you around here. We flipped. We're not flipped.
I got him right here.
There you go.
Yep, I got him. Okay, so orange and yellow and white and.
So yeah, your white and yellow I think are your standard power, and then the orange one is a switch.
Yeah, but what matters here is what you're gonna have to do is bypass this light. You have to have that cover on there to be properly operational.
Yeah, can I just leave the pigtail off?
Yeah, I don't think I would do that.
No.
No, too much risk. What you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to, so, when looking at the picture with it's kind of blurry. Is there another one?
And can you see,
Oh,
look
here
at
we
your
go.
screen,
Okay,
look at your screen.
yeah,
Or-
okay. Yeah, it's too far away. I get the pictures are closer here. So where'd it go? Okay, so, one wire nut, or well, excuse me, one wire connector has orange and yellow attached to it. The other,
Yes, that is correct.
other
At the
connector,
light bulb,
the other
at the light
connector,
bulb,
the other connector
Yeah.
has what?
white.
Just white,
Yes, at the light bulb.
right, correct.
Yeah.
Okay, and now going to yeah, this is hard to see what goes to what.
Well, so there's orange. So then the orange goes in and out of the optic switch, right?
The sensor,
Yeah,
Okay.
call it it's a
Okay.
switch, right? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So the orange goes in and out of there, and it goes back through the pigtail. See it? Look at my screen.
Let me, 1 second, let me get back there. Can you bring it closer? Okay. Are
So-
there 3 connectors or one? How many?
There are three. There are three.
Oh, there's 3, okay.
Right. And so what you've got is the orange line is the switch line.
Okay, well, you can, since there's a connector there, that solves everything. Just leave the connector disconnected.
That's what I'm saying. I just leave the
Okay,
pigtail
I
disconnected.
didn't realize there was a connector on there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Isn't it? I think it's just that simple, right?
yeah, just cut the wires. I would just cut the wire, pull the wires off the bulb receptacle and pull them off the other one, cut them, whatever, clean it all up
Yeah.
and just leave that whole harness gone.
Right. And I can electrical tape the other side of this connector.
Yeah, you can do that.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. I think,
Then you say
how much is one of these things
$200.
new? Yeah.
Well, can't get it anyway.
How much is one of these things new?
Brand new?
The refrigerator.
Oh God, 10 to 18,000.
Holy smokes. No wonder you're
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
Wow.
yeah. I always joke because our other half, a lot of times they like the new stuff. And I usually say this when they're not in the room.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Yeah. Well, that ain't happening.
No, it's ridiculous. They're ripping you off, is what they're doing.
Yeah. I'd have one of those switches custom made before I did that.
Yeah.
What about what about one of those low voltage? You don't believe in those low voltage light bulbs? Or those low, maybe like an LED low heat, in case it came on, it wouldn't cause a problem.
If you're gonna do anything, I would find a wow. I don't like LED. I'm sorry, I just don't like LED.
Yeah, but I mean, the good thing about it is it doesn't put off heat, which is the problem, right?
That plus the biggest problem with them though is they have a different they don't dim, they don't react with some switches, they don't react properly. They don't work.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, they're a nightmare.
Okay.
But is there another light in there that's out? Because there's usually more than one light in a freezer.
No, that's it.
There's not one down below?
I don't think so. Let's go look.
Yeah, there's usually there's usually 2 of them in the freezer.
Yeah, we totally tore the freezer apart yesterday. I didn't see one.
Huh.
We cleaned it because I had to get all the CO2 fire extinguisher crud out of there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, seriously, it was burning for a minute. No, there's only one.
Huh, okay.
There's only one light. There's only one light in the yeah, I think aren't these like the original SubZeros back in 2000?
They go back to 30,
like,
they go back 30 years.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I definitely need a new you sell gaskets, right?
Yeah, they're taking a while to get right now. They're on back order because the factory
Okay, yeah, I could
down in May. So as long as you're patient,
you want me to
you can order it now and get it on back order.
Yeah, no, I need 2 of those. Well, not 2,
Okay.
but both. Actually, no, I don't need the freezer. The freezer has a great seal. I just need the refrigerator as a cruddy seal.
Yeah, just make sure that both of them, they're not ripped at the very bottom where you can't see it. Because spillage gets down there, it gets stuck in it, and when you keep pulling on it, it rips at the bottom.
okay.
You don't even know it's ripped. 'Cause the
Okay.
bottom's in the way.
Yeah, I probably just get 2 new ones. All right. Yeah, so I could do that, man. That'd be great.
Okay, I can send you over the links for each
That
one.
would be awesome if you can
Just
give me
be
the right one.
patient, like I say, just be patient. It could take a month or so.
Yeah, how hard are those to put in?
I hate doing them, and I've been doing it 40 years.
Yeah.
The key to it is there's a metal retainer. When you lift the gasket up, you'll see the screws,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a metal strip
Mm-hmm.
that holds the gasket down, and the
Mhm.
screws go through. Do not pull
Mhm.
all the screws out.
Mm.
Yeah, don't do that and pull the metal retainers out. Don't do that. It's
Mhm.
harder. The reason you really don't want to do this because the metal is so thin that it can warp the door. And now you got a
Right.
little bear trying to warp the door back to straight.
Right.
What you do is you take them loose about 6 turns, 5.5 turns, and
Mhm.
get them down all the way down, and then just kind of try to pull that metal strip up to the head of the screw, because when you
Mhm.
turn it out, it's going to come out a little ways, and then
Right.
pry the metal strip to the head of the screw, and then manipulate the gasket underneath the lip of the gasket underneath the retainer. It'll go
Okay.
under the retainer, and get working it back in is the pain.
Okay.
And you just got to kind of bend it back and work it down. There's a lip on it. There's a little
Okay.
bend, and you work it underneath, and you go down a little ways and tighten up a couple screws.
Mhm.
Don't go down, tighten them all up, because then you won't be able to get this under down here.
Yeah, it's just like putting on an inspection plate on a car. You got to do it a
Yeah.
little bit at a time, right?
It's just a pain in the butt. But it's
Okay.
doable. It's not impossible or anything. It's just it'll aggravate.
Okay. Yeah, send me those links. That'd be great.
Okay. And
I think we'll just live without a light for a while.
yeah, I'm surprised. I'm looking here at this. I'm surprised there's not another light in here. There's usually 2 in the refrigerator and 2 in the refrigerator freezer. This must be the 43 is what? Is that refrigerator? Or 43 is, because it's got lights on it also. 43. No, it's the freezer.
Yeah. Oh, there's another light?
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah, it's underneath. It's underneath.
Under? Really? Underneath? Oh, it's underneath the evaporator?
Underneath the evaporator.
I don't know. Let me look.
Yeah,
You can come with me.
yeah, it's underneath. It's the cover underneath the evaporator. It
All right,
says there's another panel and then another bulb up in there.
Well, there's a panel. Where does the light? Oh, like it hides behind them. How does it generate light?
Well,
Out
there should be a bulb receptacle up inside that opening there. Is there not? The cover
No. Do you see one? I mean, unless it's behind it.
shows it on the list. Huh?
So wait, the light would come out from behind it?
No, underneath.
I mean, but where? How would the light get out? Yeah, but how would the light get out?
Well, I mean, right there, right, that panel that you showed me right there. Supposedly,
Yeah.
there's this shows that there's a receptacle in there. There's not one on the side or anything. It doesn't. It has right below it.
There's kind of a cover in here. And I'm gonna turn my flashlight on.
And how about pulling the drawers out if there's not a bulb behind the drawers? That's usually where
Just
there
turn
is
on. Can't turn on the flashlight because the light is being used by another app. Oh, great.
Yeah, it won't
the drawers.
let the light on when you do that camera.
I mean, we took out. All I see is a giant white panel.
Huh? The lookup shows it here. Let me show you here.
It's right under the evap?
Yeah, let me show you a picture here. Can you see this?
Hang on. I lost my Zoom meeting. What is this on?
Oh, because the camera, yeah.
I don't know. How do I get back to Zoom?
You have to turn
Is it in the
start
internet?
video again. Start video, like you did at the very beginning.
Where's that?
Should be down at the bottom. It's whatever you did when you first came on, and then you got your video to go. Same thing. It's usually start video.
You mean in my text?
I'm not sure what you did to get it to come on, but when you asked me if I saw
hit the
video,
text. Great. Zoom. This wants to start. There it is.
There you
Okay,
go.
great.
okay. Now see the
All right.
panel here. See the panel here.
You're showing me? Hang on.
Yeah, look at the camera, my camera, real quick.
Which one? Which number?
This panel right here. There's the light for the top one.
That's the
That's the cover.
yeah.
For
That's
the
the one with
front.
the light bulb on it.
That's the front cover.
Right. I mean, that's the one we've been talking.
Right.
That's the one we've been talking about.
I know. Now watch. Right below it. This cover.
Mm-hmm.
There's the light. And there's the cover for it.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. There's a glass cover right there.
Yeah, it's
How
inside.
does that open? Oh, there it is. Yeah, there's a piece of glass.
Right.
Okay. I had no idea.
Yeah.
So maybe I replaced that and I got a light.
You have a light once you replace that, correct? So that solves your problem. You don't need more than one light. One light's fine.
Do I have more than
Don't-
one in my refrigerator?
I would replace them at the same time.
Yeah, do I have more than one light in my refrigerator?
The refrigerator usually has more than one also. There's usually one
All the
down
way
at the bottom.
Okay.
There's usually one down there in the back. It's usually not behind the drawers. It's above the drawers and in the back.
Okay.
Back wall.
Oh yeah, okay. I gotta fix that too. Okay.
Yeah, there's usually two of them back there. They're skinny ones. Are they
Okay.
skinny or round? The small round ones.
Okay, I got a lot of food in there. I can't get to
Okay, all right.
it right now. But no,
Better
that's really
because
helpful.
it might be the tubular ones, not the round ones. And if it's the round ones, like a regular bulb, it's the short shanked ones. Don't buy a regular bulb. The shank is too long.
Okay.
You have to get the appliance bulb if it's the round one. In the grocery section, in the housing section of the grocery store or hardware store, but it's the appliance bulb. And it's a 40 watt.
Okay.
And if it's a tubular,
I'm sure I can get that.
I
Thank you.
sell 'em. Let me see what they
Okay.
are.
Come on. Why don't you send me all your links for that?
Okay,
You've been a big help. I'll get that stuff from you.
okay, I'll do that. I gotta find the one in the refrigerator to verify how many there are. Yeah, it'll be like night and day.
Yeah.
It
You've
will.
been at this a while,
It
haven't you?
will.
I'll be all here all week. Matinees too.
You'll be like, wow, it's really bright in here.
No, that's cool. Well, I think the bulb. The bulb that I had is still good. So I'll just try to swap that into the one below it.
Yeah.
And see if it works. Hopefully I won't have the same problem. Is there a sensor there?
No, and you shouldn't have a problem. This
Okay.
This is not really usual. I've seen it before. It's not really common. It's common for us to see out here because we work on so many of them, but you'll never see it again. And that's a good thing because we'd be burning houses down if it was the case.
Oh, it was literally on fire for at least
Oh,
a
I
minute,
know.
and it had no intention of going out.
Now, plastic keeps burning too.
Yeah, no, it was gonna go up into the roof of the unit, which is plastic.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, it was
hard to
going
get
for good.
plastic out once it gets.
Yeah, because the whole thing had shorted out, and we could see it glowing up there, and I couldn't get to it. That's why I just hit it with the. I mean, I'm glad I did. I hit it with the fire extinguisher, but it got fire extinguisher crud all over my freezer. But hey,
Well, your wife being in there at the right time was amazing.
well, yeah. I mean, that's why it arced. It arced because we opened the door.
Yeah, but I mean, just
So
identifying that it actually was going bad.
that it caught on fire. But yeah, and you're right. It could have burned the whole house down. That would have been.
Yeah, Yeah, it could have. I've seen that happen.
That would have been really bad.
Yeah, you know, the neighbors tend to get a little upset when you burn your house down.
Yeah, well, I'm
'Cause they're worried about
neighbors
that.
hell, my wife. Yeah. Well, it's
They
funny,
don't
you know,
care about your
like I
house.
said, everybody in this neighborhood has one of these.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody,
I know.
right? There's hundreds of them. And I showed my neighbor, and he about, you know, shit bricks
Yeah, you're starting,
because
you're
he's
starting
got
to
the same
panic.
one sitting in. Huh?
You're starting
Yeah,
to panic.
he's got the same one sitting in his refrigerator. Yeah. Nobody's replaced these things because they're so expensive.
So if anything, if anybody asks you, just tell them to unplug it.
Yeah, I got that right. Yeah, I mean
Unplug
that
that plug.
I managed to figure out myself.
Yeah,
So
they
yeah,
can leave the rest of it alone, leave it in place. They don't have to take it out, just unplug the plug.
yeah, no.
And you don't really have to put anything over it because the water's not going to jump between terminals.
Well, I would just electrical tape it, you know.
You can. But if
Yeah,
it,
I mean, you know,
they're not
give you a
savvy-
little security. Yeah, just go ahead and
yeah, but
electrical
if it's
tape
a
it.
little old lady,
There
she's
you
not
go.
going to have electrical tape, but she could just unplug it. It's
Right.
not going to cause a problem with moisture. It's not going to
Right.
jump between terminals. So
No, you're right. All
yeah.
right. Hey, thanks, Mike. And
No
send me
problem.
those links, and I'll buy that stuff from you.
I will. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.
Have a
Bye.
good night. Thanks.